All right, here we are with the rookie, Maxime Raynaud. Maxime, what do you prefer?
Both are fine. I feel like Max a little bit easier to pronounce, so we'll stick to that one.
Maxime's not hard.
Depends for who.
Does it get botched up sometimes?
I think a little bit. I think my accent at times doesn't help either, but I think Max get around pretty easily.
Okay, yeah. What's funny is today is I'm going to do air quotes an off day, but you just came from shooting, so
Yeah.
no off days, huh?
No, I mean I think it's mostly treatment too,
Yeah.
taking care of your body, staying off your legs. But as everything, like you always want to watch basketball anyway. I mean, our next opponents, the Bulls, are playing today, so hopefully watching that a little bit, and even before the coaches talk to us about it, like have an idea of like who they are.
So if it is a day where you're going to get shots up, like just that term, what are we talking about? Like what's the volume? What are you working on when you're getting shots up?
I think you like to kind of recreate your game shots for the most part. You want to start close to the basket, working on your hook, little floaters. I feel like as a big, that's something you always need to work on. And then a couple spot up threes, a couple, running in, drags, that kind of stuff. And then working on some pick and pops, and obviously free throws. I think these are like the most important ones, the most common ones. And then if there are like special areas like you're trying to work on or like improve, then you can work on that, whether it is like, attacking a closeout, whether it is turning a drive into a post up, like you can do that. I mean, it's basketball, like it's infinite, right?
Well, I want to kind of cover a few things before we get to your initiation now into the NBA, which is here and started. So let's go back to kind of where you got your love for basketball. I've seen different clips where you kind of started as a swimmer, transitioned into basketball. When did that love fully develop for you in basketball?
So I think my mom always wanted me to do a team sport. So she kind of put me into like a small basketball club just for me to try it out while I was swimming. And then we don't really have AU teams or AU tournaments in France. It's more like regional selection than national selection. And so for the first time, I got called up at one of these camps, and I came back from the first day and I was like, wow, is this basketball? Because like this is not the level I was used to play and how I used to play it. So I really fell in love with it that one day, and then I started going more and more, quit swimming, switched to basketball, and then once you start doing your first national teams and playing with really high level players, you kind of have this taste for competition, winning, and naturally basketball. So that's kind of how it all came together, and then I really stuck with it. End of middle school, beginning of high school, and a couple years later we're here.
How were you as a swimmer?
I was decent.
Decent. I'm sure you're pretty good. Long stroke.
Yeah. Mostly backstroke.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you always big though when you started playing basketball? Were you the bigger kids, or were you like? Did you grow early?
Taller one. I don't know about bigger. I think I had to put on a couple of pounds when I got to Stanford.
Okay.
But always taller one. I think everybody in my family is tall. Naturally, I'm pretty tall too. So even today, like you don't have that many 7-footers in the NBA. A lot of 6'9", 6'10", 6'11" guys, but past 7 feet is still pretty rare.
Who makes you feel small?
Well, Victor,
but that's kind of one of one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, at
Absolutely.
7'1", you can't. Are you 7'1" or 7? What do you say you are?
I got measured. I think it's 7 3/4 without shoes. So like with shoes, 7'1", 7'2", whatever you want.
Okay. Like Kevin Garnett, I remember. Was it Durant or Garnett? Like would always say they're 6'11", even if they were 7.
It's probably Durant. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Were you always a big? Did you have some guard skills? Because you can do a lot of different things. Where did you get that background of being kind of a inside, outside, versatile kind of player?
Well, I think it's funny. I think a lot of people get confused and put people in boxes very early on. I do think at first you just play basketball. That's how you learn it. So, dribble, pass, shoot. Like these are like the 3 basic things you want to learn. And then you just have to like stick on working on the skills, and that allow you to do everything. I don't think putting people in boxes, especially at an early age, is a good idea because you just limit the skill set and limit the development. So, you can see it even for guards. Like, I mean, Devin had a couple post-up yesterday. I had a couple like close-out threes and drives. So, each position can use the other skill set, if that makes any sense. So I just try to stick with it, and then eventually in my progression, that's how I played for the most part. So now it's useful, and that's what makes you a little bit different.
Yeah.
And I feel like everybody in the NBA has some of that at some extent. So yeah.
We're still getting to learn you and know you. It doesn't seem like you would do this, but you could always do that, too small gesture to basically anybody that's guarding you. Have you ever done that? In the competition and kind of the heat of the battle.
I think you just hype up your teammate. I'm not really that demonstrative.
Yeah.
I think you just hype your team up. That's what matters. Then obviously, as the game goes on, if someone want to talk trash to you, you'll definitely respond or even initiate it at times. I know a lot of guys get frustrated when you start calling their plays like over and over again and they don't get the shot they want to. So that's kind of funny. But at the end of the day, I mean, like, the best trash talk ever is just if you're winning the game,
scoreboard.
You win the game, right?
Yeah.
So that's it.
Well, you're a smart player. Obviously, you've got an academic background. What's been the benefit of that in your just curiosity, the knowledge you've been looking to do, just your background getting to Stanford? Where's that benefited you, maybe on the court and just in life in general?
Well, I think you have a very academical approach of the game. Like, you watch a lot of film. I think that's something that helps me a lot. And then, as we mentioned when we started, like, the way you work, you're trying to reproduce the shots that you're going to have in games. So, being smart about how you work, being able to retain information. It's very, very fast paced. We play 4 games in 8 days, 6 days. So you need to be able to jump from one to another, learn the scouting report, learn the plays. In that sense, I think it can help a lot.
Why? So Stanford makes sense kind of in that academic background. Was that always the choice for you coming over here to go to Stanford, and why was Stanford the choice?
I think Stanford was still like very surreal when you're a kid. I mean, coming from France, like all these schools like Stanford, Harvard, like all these, they have like a very big brand name, but you kind of feel like we'll never get there anyway. But then as I got closer, my senior year of high school, that's when it became a little bit more real. And I think if you wanted to do both, I mean, academics and basketball, it was an amazing place to do so. Top of that, the Bay is probably one of the best places to live in the entire world, and we're not too far from it at Sacramento. So really, really happy that I chose that place for sure.
You also had to go through a unique transition. College landscape has changed. You got Pac-12, very unique, identifiable. People know what it is. Then you jump to the ACC. You're traveling across country. What was that like for your final year?
Yeah, I mean, it felt like being a freshman again. Discovering a ton of new teams, arenas. Also, as you said, the travel. At some extent, I think it's a good preparation for what's to come with the NBA.
Yeah.
Cross-country flights. The way I like to see it is more time with your teammates, more time with your friends, kicking it on the plane and having a good time, and the opportunity to play against better teams. You get to play UNC, Duke, Louisville. That had a great season, Clemson, all of them. So it was a great opportunity, and I think we took advantage of it.
Yeah. Coach Hosta, Coach Smith, too, that transition, how was that? Coaching change.
Very different. I think Coach Haas was very like parental figure. I mean, his whole coaching staff, David Birkin as well, in particular, Mike Chapman, Adam Cohen, Brian Dunson. I mean, I can't name them all, but I think these guys really helped me transition from being a little Parisian kid to the American lifestyle, and they helped me a ton. And then I think Coach Smith really took this base that was ready and kind of made it like a final, polished product, if I can say, and allowed me to perform at my best for my last season. So I think there was good in both, and once again, it allows you and prepares you to change coaching staff once again when you go to the league. So it was a great experience with both. Yeah.
Coach Smith told me he was talking about you, and he's high praise for you. He loves you. He's so excited about your future. But he said one of the things he was telling you is like he needed you on the floor. Didn't want you to go get shots sometimes. And said I got to keep him on. Don't want to give him foul trouble. But by the end, you were getting a few more block shots, and just with your height and your nature of play. How was that as kind of being coached that way to say, look, you're too valuable. Try not to be too aggressive defensively. At least play that smartly.
You just follow the game plan. I mean, it's very simple. I do think the biggest thing, as you mentioned, was don't get in foul trouble and keep rebounding. I think that was the two things we really needed. And eventually, I also started working with James Reed, like outside of the Stanford staff, who showed me a lot of clips of top players blocking shots. Myself, how do I time? How do I move my feet? How do I commit fully? And that helped me a lot. I think it's like anything, it's a skill. You need to be taught this skill and you need to work on it. And I think it was actually good news that I was able to, improve and do it at that level. And at the same time, like I was still able to rebound for the team, not get in foul trouble. You always have to find this fine balance, but always get back to what you're good at.
So then we go to draft night. I mean, this is a once-in-a-lifetime thing that's only going to happen once for you. It's very few of you ever get drafted. I can't imagine what that was like. Day one, hoping to hear your name, then day two, hearing your name. Emotions of all of that, being around friends, family, and anticipating hearing your name called.
Yeah, I mean, you always have that little pinch every time you see like someone going up the stage and calling a name. It's very funny because it's actually very mixed feelings. It feels surreal, but at the same time, it literally don't feel real, and it takes a couple of days to get used to it. I was telling the coaches, once I got a sack the first day and I got some shots up, it felt like it was a pre-draft workout and I was going to fly out the next day, but it's only by, staying there, sticking around for a couple of days and wearing sack gears days after days. Even yesterday at the game, it was like, okay, like now we're really here. And yeah, it definitely takes some time to finally settle in and realize what's going on. But this one feeling, I think it's a lot of, confirmation for all the work you've put in, and also the opportunity for you to start a new journey and double down on the work, actually. So it's unreal feeling, as you said, yeah.
On the timeline of it, we're watching the draft, right, as fans or people that are working in the league, and then you see your name get selected. How soon did you know you were picked? Like, do you know when your name is said then, or do you get a call first?
No, you get a call. I think it's pretty much the same thing for everybody. Like, teams try to call you. You kind of say yes or no, depending on like if the fit is right. And then a couple of pick after that, they pick you.
Yeah. So Sac was a good fit for you. Why is that?
Yeah. Well, I think first of all, I really love to see Domas play. No, I think they were a good fit in the sense that I think they trust me and Nick, the two rookies. I mean, we saw that during summer league. Mm-hmm. I do think they have a lot of good vets. Like Nick, Zach, DeMar, all them. And at the same time, I feel like we're kind of ready to play. I mean, I'm 23 years old and yet I'm the youngest on the team, so I think it's a really interesting spot to be in. A lot of experience in the staff. I mean, Scott Perry being the GM, he's been around for many, many, many years. Won a title with Detroit. DC, the head coach too. Mm-hmm. Was an assistant coach for a little bit. Now the head coach played for Sac as well. So, no, I think it's an amazing organization, and I'm really, really happy to be there.
Yeah, and even more faith in you. Seemingly right after the quick trade of Valanciunas. I mean, there's another big that could take up some minutes. There's some opportunities here for you, to believe.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think I'm just still a rookie. I think for now it's being able to get up to the level, being able to add something to the team, whether that means you play, whether that means you really work out hard, you help on the bench, whatever. I think it's finding your spot, understanding your role, understanding how the team works. It's still a summer league squad for now. We don't have the full right. roster yet, but I think it's going to be an interesting process. I'm really excited for it.
You mentioned Neek. Do you feel a special bond with him too? I mean, you guys are all going through the same combines and workouts and whatnot, but you're connected now. It's drafted at Sacramento. You guys have played well and showed well in your press conference. Do you feel like a special bond with him?
Yeah. It's funny. The first time we met actually was during the Phoenix pre-draft workout. We were in the tubs together after the workout and just started talking for a good 30, 40 minutes. So I think we knocked it off pretty well. Went to dinner with his parents, my parents as well, and the front office a couple times. So got to know him a little bit better. I think as the two guys that they drafted, it's kind of easier to bound over that. And then as you said, we're both really excited to play. I think we both had a pretty good debut in the summer league, and I really hope the best for the both of us. I think he has a bright future ahead of him. Hopefully, I can do the same, and just trying to add as much as possible to the group together, and that's what's super exciting.
Yeah, well, your debut was impressive, and I love your opinion on it because I mean, right hand moves, left hand moves, moving in and out. I know you talked about speed would be an adjustment, but you look pretty comfortable to me. How do you evaluate your first summer league game?
I think it was solid. Trying to stick to the game plan once again. Trying to be very vocal on the defensive end. I feel like once you take care of the intangibles, naturally ball is going to come to you and good things going to happen. Really happy that we got a good win against Orlando. Really happy that we kind of asserted our defensive identity. And I still got to learn. I mean, it's only one game, you can't define yourself with one game. So try to stack days, and hopefully being able to perform again and add to the team tomorrow.
I know communication's important to the team, to you. Boy, you're loud out there. You're very vocal. That's very noticeable in the gym. Have others said that about you out there?
I think so. I mean, I think that's what the staff really wants me to be able to do, being able to help the guard as much as possible. Actually, I mean, I came home, like, I don't remember who I was calling, but I was like, dude, like, I can't talk to you right now. My voice is
gone.
Is cracking.
Yeah.
So probably gonna get some honey and tea right now and be vocal tomorrow again.
Yeah. All right. A few last couple things. We know you like chess, correct?
Yeah.
I don't know who's good on the team in chess. Have you played anybody on the Kings yet?
Not yet. I saw there's a chessboard right next to us in the training room. They said some of the vets were playing.
It's probably just you.
Well, I'm waiting for some of the other guys to come in. Apparently they play. But yeah, I played a little bit. I mean, after treatment, that kind of stuff, getting your mind off things. I think it's always fun. It's just a little game. I think people are getting excited about it for the past couple of years for some reason. But yeah, it's really cool. It's a great way to, just relax.
Family, friends are obviously very important to you. I think I saw a picture, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think it was you. Did you go skydiving?
I did, yeah.
Why?
Before the contract and everything.
Yes, yeah, you're good.
So
describe that, because that seems awesome, but also crazy.
No, so it was actually a very funny story. So during the summer, once we transitioned from our previous coaching staff to Coach Smith's coaching staff, we had a big turnaround of player, a lot of freshmen coming in, a lot of transfers, all that. So over the summer, while we're doing training, we kind of trying to, all the guys trying to find a way to bond with each other. I was the only senior returner. So we were talking about, doing stuff that could get us to get to know each other. And then one weekend we're talking about it, and one of my teammates was saying dude, we should go skydiving. And we're like, yeah, we really should go skydiving. But, it was never going to happen.
Yeah.
Next day on campus, Monday, we go to practice, and we see Ryan Jordan, who is our compliance guy, walking out with a suitcase from the office. And we're like, oh, are you going on vacation? He's like, no, I'm actually going skydiving. And we're like, what do you mean? He's like, oh yeah, I have more than 500 jumps under my belt, and I'm going skydiving a couple times a week, every week. And we're like, dude, we're just talking about it. Can you show us? And yeah, sure. So we get a little squad going. It's the 6 of us. I think it's Chiz, Ryan, JB, Darren, Aiden, and I. And we're like, you know what, let's do it. Next weekend, we go out there in the middle of nowhere. When I'm telling you, it's random field, little plane, scary. But now that we're here, we can't go back, right? So we get on the plane.
You could have.
No, we can't. We get on the plane, go up 13,000 feet. We jump out, GoPro, everything. It was an amazing experience. Actually, pretty safe. It sounds dumb, but you have more chance of getting into a car crash on the way there than actually having.
I think those are the stats the skydivers say.
I mean, I think these are pretty reliable stats. But look, I'm here right now,
yes.
So we all jumped there. I mean, it was unreal experience. Clearly can't do it anymore, but
would you do it again?
It was. I mean, it was a bucket list thing that I wanted to do. I thought we had an amazing time, all 6 of us. The guys that tandem jump with us were absolutely amazing. And then we kind of had this funny moment at the ACC media day where they asked us about it, and JB told to bound with the team, went skydiving, and Coach started being like, what are you talking about? I wasn't aware of that. So it was a good time. I think it's important for a team to being able to get away from the team and spend time together. Obviously, it doesn't have to be something as extreme as that, but I do believe the connection starts there. So being able to find stuff like that to do with a team here, whether it is, we're mentioning going to dinner with Nick, for example.
Right.
I think that helps a lot, and it was a great experience. I'm glad I had to do it once in my life, but now we'll focus basketball, the ground. There it is.
At what point, I'm just curious on because it does seem like I met when you land, pure exhilaration. Is it fear the whole way down, or sometimes does it calm down?
It was strangely. It was not that scary at all.
Really?
Actually.
Even when the chute releases?
The one thing that's a little bit scary is once you're on the plane and they open the door for people to jump, that's where you're like, oh shit, I'm here.
It's happening.
Then the moment you you fall from the plane, the first 5 seconds are like, oh my God, I'm falling. But then you get used to the free fall, and that's super fun. I mean, I have the video of me doing it. It's super fun. The world seems so small. You have about a minute of free fall. And then once the parachute comes out,
that's important.
It's literally you're sitting on a chair.
Oh, really?
It feels like you're sitting on a chair.
And he was on your back?
So he's right behind you. He can kind of help you going right and left. Feels like you're sitting on a chair. You go around, you look right, left and right, and then as you go to land, you just slide back a little bit, lift your legs, and you just land on your butt, and it's actually really really fun.
That's cool.
I mean, I'm more scared of roller coaster
Really?
than I am of skydiving,
Okay.
I believe. So, but yeah, it was a good experience. I mean,
Good for you.
if you want to do it, do it. I'm not responsible, but
You are endorsing it, but you're doing this at your own risk. All right, a couple other things, other hobbies, the other things that Kings fans would want to know about you. TV shows, movies, food, those kind of things.
well, food. I mean, love any kind of food. Big Italian and Asian food guy. I mean,
Do you
love
cook?
sushi recommendation. Oh, I mean, I will definitely cook. I mean, I got myself an apartment. It got approved. Let's go.
We're just making progress here.
Yep. I'll try to get to cooking a little bit for sure. I think we have a great chef at the facilities as well, but love to explore any kind of food. I do believe I'm very social, you know. Love to being with friends. I mean, the experience we had at the baseball game the other day was really fun, you know, being able to see Andrei Stojakovic too, actually, that was there, Paige's son. And no, I mean, we mentioned chess overall. I think I'm a very curious guy. We'll get into, you know, reading, visiting museum, that kind of stuff.
Awesome.
I think wherever there's culture, there's new things to discover.
Yeah.
So, you know.
That's awesome. Well, Kings fans, I know, are very excited about you already. We're excited to see your growth. Thank you for joining us. Enjoy Summer League, and we can't wait to see you. I know you want to light the beam. That's going to happen at some point. That's going to be fun, isn't it?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you. Max.
There it is.
There it is.